Good morning students. Welcome back to your online English class. In today's class we will read the poem Amanda written by Robin Clan. This poem is quite important in regard to board exams. You can definitely expect a question from this poem and hence it is very important to go through this poem in great depth and detail. So first of all, let us try to understand that what this poem is all about. This poem is all about the views of a small girl named Amanda about liberty in life. We know that freedom is something that is special to everyone. Every living creature, be it human beings, animals, everyone desire to be free. But the problem occurs when our freedom is curtailed. Problem occurs when we are being constantly nagged for one or the other thing. We know that generally adolescents who are there in the age group of 11 to 18 years, they don't like their parents to nag them again and again because of one or the another reason. Sometimes they find it embarrassing. Sometimes they find it humiliating, insulting. So let us see that what are the views of this little girl Amanda in this poem and how far her parents are responsible for creating that negative approach in the mind of Amanda by constantly nagging her. So the central idea of this poem is that the child is being constantly nagged by her mother for each and everything. In this poem we will see that how far freedom is justified and if it is to be curtailed, then what are the aspects in which it is to be. When we talk about themes, then there are two recurring themes in this poem. One, desire for freedom, that is the birthright of every living organism. And the second theme is the childhood, that is a period of fantasies. So as a child, you think about many things, you tend to live in the imaginary world, but it is also important to relate and correlate your imagination with the world of reality. So very quickly let us go through stanza number 1 and then we will discuss it in great length. Stanza number 1. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea, where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Let us have a quick glance at the difficult vocabs that we have encountered in this stanza. Hunch means bend, slouching means sitting in a lazy way, languid, relaxed, emerald is a precious stone that is green in color, and blissfully is happily. So in this poem we see that Amanda is being scolded and nagged for every single thing that she is doing. The poet describes Amanda, a little girl who is always pinpointed out by her mother for the mistakes that she had committed. She points out to Amanda not to bite her nails as it is a bad habit. Next, she asks her to sit straight without bending her shoulders. Amanda doesn't like all these scoldings and hence she imagines herself to be in a deep green sea. The idea of aloofness and isolation is here. The child doesn't want to be there with her mother. Instead, she imagines about drifting away to a place that is away from the world of reality. She says that she wants to be the only residence of this beautiful green sea. She imagines herself like a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. She says that she wants to be carried away by the current of water and feel the relaxing environment. So dear students, two things are very important over here. One, parents are our well-wishers. Obviously, the scolding that Amanda is receiving from her mother is well justified. She is teaching her about good habits. But obviously, constant nagging is something that has completely disturbed Amanda, and she doesn't like that approach of her mother. Very quickly, let us go through the literary devices that are used in this stanza. Anaphora means repeated use of word at the start of two lines. So the first and second lines starts with don't bite and don't hunt. So don't is repeated into consecutive lines, and hence in English it is anaphora. Rhyming scheme of this stanza is A, B, B and C, C, C. Metaphor is used for comparison, but in the absence of words like as and like. So emerald sea. When we talk about it, then metaphor as literary device is there. Imagery is there when Amanda talks about drifting blissfully. And at the end, the reference that is made to moment is allusion. After this, let us go through stanza number 2. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. And then have a look at the desire and the feelings that Amanda expresses in brackets. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Orphan means a child whose parents are dead, and hushed is quiet and still place. In this stanza we get to know that again Amanda is being nagged for not doing her homework, for not cleaning her room. She is also reminded of to clean her shoes. So here we see that the mother is constantly asking her questions regarding her homework being done or not, or whether she had cleaned up the room or shoes or not. But on the other hand, while Amanda is listening to her mother's instructions, she imagines herself to be an orphan who is roaming in the streets. This is very important. A child desires to be an orphan. We can understand her mental state altogether, wherein she wants to get away from all those realities with which she is associated. This means that she imagines if she would have been without parents, she would have walked freely in the streets. So, her mother wants her to keep everything neat and clean, but Amanda wants to play in dust with her bare feet. Moreover, she is so fed up of these constant instructions from her mother that she says that silence is golden to her. And apart from that, freedom is sweet. This means that in all her life, she had never felt free while staying with her mother. So we can see that the constant recurring theme of this poem is desire for freedom, and also the stage in which Amanda is. It is a phase of childhood which is also filled up with fantasies and desires. Let us have a quick look at the literary devices encountered in this poem, in this stanza. Anaphora, again, in did you finish and did you tidy. Again, these two words are placed at the start of two lines. Rhyming scheme of this stanza is A, D, A, E, E, E. And metaphor is used in silence is golden and freedom is sweet. Dear students, go through this poem, comprehend it, go through reference-based questions, and read the poem thoroughly. In the next class, we will continue with subsequent stanzas. Till then, thank you.